Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. This is biology session, animal tissues part 3. In the last class we have discussed about the cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium and connective tissue. In the connective tissue, what we have completed? Areolar tissue, adipose tissue, bone, tendon and ligament, isn't it? Okay, so if you take the epithelial tissue, sometimes it folds inwards and formed a multicellular layer. So such type of epithelium is called as granular epithelium, isn't it? The epithelium which is in multi-layered, like it is present in the skin, it is called stratified epithelium. Okay, then bone, if you take what is a bone? Bone is made up of calcium phosphate and calcium carbonate. Osteocytes are the special cells which secrete these salts. As I told you that the osteocytes secrete calcium and phosphorus in the form of salts, calcium phosphate and calcium carbonate, and these cells are present in the central hollow portion of the bone, that is called bone marrow. Okay, the bone marrow itself secretes. And what are the special canals present in these bones? Haversian canals. Haversian canals. Okay, and what is tendon? Tendon joins the muscles to the bone. How it is made? It is made up of collagen fibers. What is ligament? Ligament is a connective tissue that connects bones at the joints. A bone is connected to another bone with the help of this ligament. Ligament is also made up of a protein called collagen, and it is very elastic in nature. Okay, now today a different kind of connective tissue we are going to discuss, that is a fluid connective tissue, blood. Let us proceed. Blood differs from other types of connective tissues. There are different types of cells in blood, and each one has different function. Okay, blood is a different kind of connective tissue. Blood is also a connective tissue. Blood is a type of connective tissue. Why it would be called as a connective tissue? How it is different from other types of connective tissues, we are going to discuss. Okay, there are different types of cells present in the blood. Each one has a different function. All the cells in the blood float freely in plasma. Okay, to do this experiment, so there is an activity actually. So activity number 4. You have to invite a scientist or a doctor to your school, and you have to take the interview. So your subject teacher will help you record an interview about the blood structure and its functions. It is important to make a questionnaire in order to conduct interview. So you prepare some questions related to this blood. So after completion of interview, prepare a booklet about blood and display it on a bulletin board or a classroom library. You can display. Okay, so variety of questions come into your mind when you start thinking about that blood. All those questions you prepare a questionnaire and get answers from the expert, the hematologist, okay, a doctor. So blood differs from other types of connective tissues. There are different types of cells in the blood, and each one has a different function. All the cells in the blood cells float freely in the plasma, the matrix of the blood. Okay, what is plasma? It is an extracellular fluid. So this extracellular space is filled with a fluid called plasma. There are no fibers in the blood. So it contains only red blood cells, white blood cells, and blood platelets. Okay, the solid part of the blood consisting of two parts, a fluid part and a solid part. The solid part of the blood consists of blood cells, blood corpuscles better to call. Okay, red blood corpuscles, white blood corpuscles, and blood platelets. These are all the different types of cells in the blood. See here, this is WBC, white blood corpuscles. White blood corpuscles. Okay, so these are also WBC. Okay, and these are red blood corpuscles, RBC. And these are blood platelets, thrombocytes, star shaped cells. So these are also WBC. Lymphocytes, these are monocytes. Okay, these are basophils, these are neutrophils, these are eosinophils. There are different types of WBC. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 are different types of WBCs. And so this is the blood platelets. Okay, platelet cells, and these are RBC. These are the different types of cells present in the blood. Blood has a fluid connective tissue. How? Blood is a tissue having different components. So you can recall the activity 2. The blood is also a tissue which is having different components. Let us know more about the blood. Blood is also a connective tissue. It explains many things about our wellness or illness. It explains about our wellness or illness. There is a red stream that flows in the closed canals called blood vessels. Okay, think what it is. It is a red stream. It is nothing but the blood. The red stream that flows in the closed tubes in our body is blood. Okay, and it is also a type of connective tissue. The blood explains many things about us. The blood is a source of identity to identify our wellness or illness. It is very interesting to know about the blood current in our body, isn't it? There is a highly sophisticated and well developed mechanism to circulate the blood to the entire body. Okay, our heart pumps the blood 36,000 liters of blood in the distance of 20,000 kilometers in the time period of 24 hours. See, 36,000 liters of blood in the distance of 20,000 kilometers in the time of 24 hours one day. Okay, the blood is red in color. It is red in color, and the animals cannot all animals cannot be our relatives, though the blood is red in color. Do you agree with the statement that the animals with red colored blood, the blood is always not red in all animals? Do you agree with this? Yes, the blood is always not red in all animals. For example, the cockroach has white blood, whereas there is a blue blood in snail. The normal adult human being have about 5 liters of blood. About 5 liters of blood. A chief component of the blood is water in the form of plasma. Okay, so 70 to 80% of the blood is composed of water, that is in the plasma. Okay, so though the blood is red in color, all the animals are not our relatives. Okay, some animals, they possess white color blood, example cockroach. Some animals like snails, they possess a red color, blue color blood. Okay, so a chief component of blood is the plasma. In plasma, water is the main component. Besides water, it also has several nutrients such as glucose, amino acids, proteins, vitamins, and hormones. These are organic components of blood plasma. Blood plasma we can call it as. Glucose, amino acids, hormones, proteins, vitamins. These are all organic components. So required, along with this, some inorganic components are also present. Some salts, urea. Okay, urea is again an organic component. Like salts like sodium, potassium, calcium, chloride. These are all the inorganic constituents of blood, including water. Okay, so all these organic and inorganic constituents are required for the body, and the excretory products such as lactic acid, urea, and salts, etc. Plasma also contains the factors responsible for coagulation of blood or clotting of blood, and there is a substance that is heparin. Heparin helps to prevent the blood clotting in the blood vessels. Okay, blood flows freely in the blood vessels because of presence of a substance called heparin. It is an anticoagulant present naturally in the blood, and the cells present in the blood are called corpuscles. There are three types of cells: RBC, WBC, and blood platelets. The red blood cells are also known as erythrocytes. The red blood cells are also known as erythrocytes and are red in color due to the red colored protein called hemoglobin. Red blood cells are called erythrocytes. They are red in color due to the presence of a protein called hemoglobin. What is the main function of this RBC? They transport oxygen and carbon dioxide with the help of hemoglobin. Okay, so these RBCs, they are most abundant in the blood. Okay, red blood cells, RBC. 1 ml of human blood has about 5 millions of RBC, which live for 120 days. The lifespan of RBC is 120 days. There are 5 millions of RBC present in 1 ml of human blood. Okay, the new RBC are produced from liver, spleen during embryonic stage, and generally the RBC are produced from the bone marrow of long bones. That process is called as a hemopoiesis. Hemopoiesis means the production of blood cells. Okay, not only RBC, WBC are also produced from the long bones, bone marrow of long bones. All mammals except camel and llama. Okay, llama, camel like animal only, they contain nucleus. In our blood also the nucleus is present. The premature RBC, newly produced RBC possess the nucleus, but a mature RBC is enucleated. Enucleated means nucleus is absent, it is prokaryotic. See the picture here, an RBC. The main constituent of RBC is hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is present. Okay, it is made up of two substances, two parts, heme and globin. Globin is the protein, Heme is the iron porphyrin molecule. Iron porphyrin organic molecule. And the main function of this RBC is to carry oxygen and carbon dioxide. Okay, so this oxygen is carried by this hemoglobin by forming oxyhemoglobin. Hemoglobin molecule in a complex structure, it is a complex organic molecule. It is present in the blood, abundantly present in the blood, red in color due to the presence of this hemoglobin, red blood cells. So before going to the white blood cells, let us know more about this the erythrocytes. Red blood cells are the most abundant of all the cells in the blood. They are devoid of nucleus in most of the mammals and are round or biconcave in shape. They are biconcave because such a shape increases the surface area for oxygen transfer and allows easy squeezability of RBCs through the blood vessels. Okay, so RBCs does not have even mitochondria. They also lack the nucleus and other organelles and to accommodate the maximum space for hemoglobin. Okay, in our body 98.5% of oxygen is transported by the respiratory pigment called hemoglobin, which is present in erythrocyte of blood or RBC of the blood. One molecule of hemoglobin can carry 4 molecules of oxygen. Remember this. One molecule of hemoglobin can carry 4 molecules of oxygen. Now let us know about the WBC. The second type of cells present in the blood are WBC, white blood cells or white blood corpuscles. So these cells do not have hemoglobin, hence they are colorless. Colorless cells are called leuco, means colorless or white. Cytes means cells. Leukocytes, white blood cells. These cells are less in number when compared to RBC. There are two types of WBC present in our blood. They are granulocytes and agranulocytes. Granulocytes and agranulocytes. There are 3 types of cells in the granulocytes. Granulocytes are again divided into 3 types. They are neutrophils, basophils and eosinophils or acidophils. Okay, acidophils, basophils, neutrophils. Acidophils are also called eosinophils. At the time of allergy they increase. So different cells present in the WBC, they perform different functions. Eosinophils, they are also called acidophils based on staining. Okay, they are stained with acidic dyes, hence they are called acidophils. Basophils means they are stained with basic dyes, so they are called basophils. And neutrophils means they cannot be dyed with any dye, 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 coloring agent. Okay, so they are called neutrophils. They are neutral with acidic dyes or basic dyes, hence they are called neutrophils. And lymphocytes and monocytes. So these lymphocytes and monocytes are agranulocytes, but granulocytes are 3 types. They are acidophils, basophils, neutrophils. Okay, so why they are called granulocytes means the cytoplasm of these cells contain several granules, hence they are called granulocytes. So granulocytes main function is, what are granulocytes? Examples: acidophils, basophils and neutrophils. So one by one we can see. The granulocytes attack and destroy the microorganisms that enter the blood. So some white blood cells sacrifice their life to fight against the external enemies, that is microorganisms. So these dead WBC come out of the wound in the form of pus. There are 2 types of agranulocytes, lymphocytes and monocytes. Lymphocytes secrete antibodies to guard against the foreign materials that enter into blood. So let us know briefly about this acidophils, basophils and neutrophils. So if you take basophils, they are one type of granulocytes. They secrete histamine, serotonin, heparin, three important proteins, and are involved in the inflammatory reactions. Wherever the swelling occurs, there these basophils produced, they will go there. They are probably like mast cells of connective tissue, areolar tissue, mast cells are there, no, like that they function. And even these basophils, they are non-phagocytic in nature, means they cannot fight with the germs or anything. Their number increases in infections and TB, chickenpox, viral infections during. Okay, the neutrophils. Neutrophils are most abundant among these granulocytes. Acidophils, basophils and neutrophils. Neutrophils are most abundant and they are phagocytic WBC. Their number increases during inflammation. An infection or tissue injury usually causes redness, swelling, pain and production of heat that may result in fever. Such an expression is called as inflammation. What is inflammation means? Where redness, swelling, pain and production of heat, then that is called as inflammation. Okay, at that particular area these neutrophils will go and fight against the germs. They are also called the policemen of our body. Okay, the granular white blood cells WBC, they are neutrophils, eosinophils and agranular leukocytes, they include monocytes and lymphocytes. Lymphocytes are also called the macrophages and they are also phagocytic in nature. Except basophils. Basophils are non-phagocytic and involved in allergy reactions. At the time of allergy, eosinophils and basophils. Eosinophils also. Eosinophilia, some pollen grains allergy when they enter into the respiratory tract. Okay, and these neutrophils, they are multinucleated. You can see the neutrophils, they are multinucleated. 5-lobed nucleus is present. They are most abundant, most active type of granular WBC. They are phagocytic, whereas eosinophils are granular WBC with bilobed nucleus. Okay, eosinophils, they are bilobed nucleus, only 2 lobes are present. And lymphocytes and monocytes, if you take lymphocytes and monocytes, lymphocytes are the smallest of all WBC, monocytes are the largest of all WBC. Lymphocytes possess a oval shaped nucleus, monocytes possess kidney shaped nucleus. Okay, monocytes are motile phagocytic cells which engulf germs and does not secrete heparin. These are often changed into macrophages, and these monocytes, they are called scavengers of our body. Neutrophils are called policemen of our body. Monocytes are called scavengers of our body. Okay, and these are about the WBC. They play a very important role in the immunity. Okay, these lymphocytes, there are 2 types of lymphocytes you will study in your higher class: T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes. T lymphocytes are called thymus lymphocytes, which are produced from the thymus gland, a lymph gland, and B lymphocytes are called bone marrow lymphocytes. Okay, and T helper cells, they are also play a very important role in the immunity. During HIV infection, these T helper cells are destroyed. Okay, so the main function of the WBC is to phagocytic nature, to protect from the foreign infectious organisms. Okay, lymphocytes are called policemen. Monocytes move like amoeba, they are also called amoebocytes, and along with the granulocytes they move. They attack the foreign materials and engulf them. The foreign materials are destroyed inside these cells. Which cells? Monocytes. So they are called scavengers. Next type of cells called blood platelets. The blood platelets, they are also called thrombocytes. They are called thrombocytes. They also like RBC, mature RBC. They do not have a nucleus. They are disc-like or plate-like projections. Whenever a blood vessel is injured, these platelets accumulate at the site of injury and help in formation of blood clot. The clot seals the wound in blood vessels and prevents further loss of blood. Okay, so white blood cells, red blood cells, and the star shaped cells, they are called blood platelets. Okay, so these platelets number will change during some viral infections. So any change in this platelets number may cause some problems. Okay, so it is very very important to maintain the platelets count in the blood. Okay children, I hope you understood the today's class. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates.